are gods, we are kings. We march in faith cause we believe we can change the world to what it needs. Stand against our enemies cause we can. Yeah, can't nothing ever stop us. Take one and another will rise up. We'll endure until we reach the end. We are gods, we are kings, demanding change cause we believe we can.
So guess what? Doing what God says and the promises that he said comes in this book, they all pertain to Israelites,
right?
Which are you.
Right.
You and this sister are Israelites. Everybody else walking around like it don't matter. But guess what? Right now, y'all have a chance to get a bit of understanding so that y'all can make the next steps that what y'all need to make in order, you know what I'm saying, to improve. Because guess what? You don't want to die here, right? None of us want to die here. Give me Revelations 20 and 12. Because guess what? We don't think that anything's going to happen because we haven't seen anything. We walk around, we smoke, we get high, we drink, we have premarital sex, we steal, we lie. We do all these things because nothing's happening, right? Revelation 20 and 12.
Revelation chapter 20 verse 12. And I saw the dead, small and great.
So he's saying, I saw everybody, whether it be Obama or whether it be little old me. You see what I'm saying? I saw everybody, the dead and the great. Come on.
Stand before God. And the books were open.
So guess what? The book is going to be open. One book is the book of life, and the other book will be this book. This is the book of the law. This is what everything is based on. All of the actions that you do, everything, because I break it down. Everybody's heard of Judgment Day, right? Or what we call walking around the Judgment Day is when what? What happens at Judgment Day according to Christianity? You don't know? That's when Christ's supposed to come back and nobody knows what happened then. You just say Judgment Day. But what does judgment mean? That means you get some type of sentence for an action. Just like if you go to court, that's a judgment day. You're like, damn, they said be to court at 9:30. You be in there, you nervous, they make you stand up. You done been to court before? Speeding ticket, nothing? Oh, y'all lucky, y'all living a good life. Don't worry about it, we gonna show you. Keep reading.
And another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books according to their works.
What do you think works is? It said you're going to be judged according to your works. Now this is in Revelations now, so it's telling you everything that when you stand before God, everybody out here, the small and the great, and mostly of the Israelites are going to be judged. Because you in human communication, can somebody who not take human communication, can they get an F in that class? But they go to the same college you go to. The class doesn't belong to them, right? This is the same thing that's happening throughout this Bible. It does not pertain to everybody. Everybody's not taking this class. You're taking the class, and you're taking the class, and I'm taking the class, and these brothers in purple taking the class, and the ones walking by that look similar to us, but guess what? They might not all be us. But I'm gonna show you something. Keep what you got? Revelation 18, Exodus 18 and 20. Watch.
Exodus chapter 18, verse 20. And thou shalt teach them ordinances and laws.
So this is in the beginning. This is why God said, I am he's a God. He don't change. I change not. So in the beginning, he said, you have to teach them, which is the Israelites, because who came out of Egypt with Moses? The nation of Israel came out of Egypt. Everybody didn't come out of Egypt. But see, that's like, you ever went, y'all be in the dorm, you stay in the dorms, right? You ever went and walked and got a pizza, and then when you come back, everybody wants some pizza, but ain't nobody put in on the pizza? Has that ever happened to y'all before? This is what everybody want. What God got for you, everybody wanted. Brother, hey, let me show y'all something right quick. Hey, don't walk by like you don't hear, but I'm gonna show you anyway. Read it again.
And thou shalt teach them ordinances and laws, and shalt shew them the way wherein they must walk.
So he said you have to learn the ordinances and the laws, because that's the way you must walk. By walk, he means that's behave. You know what I'm saying? What else?
And the work that they must do.
So the laws and the ordinances is the work that you must do, so that when judgment day come up, what will be written about you? You understand that?
Get out.
So guess what? That's what we out here teaching our people, right? So now we're gonna go back to Deuteronomy 22:5 and give you what the thought is. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5.
Get out.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So now when you hear this, who does that law pertain to? Us? Okay, yes, us. But as a whole, who does it pertain? Who is it applied upon? Huh? Okay, women. Women that are a part of what? Israel. That's all right. Something, say it with confidence, because guess what? That's how it's going to log in your brain.
That's
You
right.
have to say it with confidence. There's nothing wrong with understanding something. You should know that. You in college. I know you smart. You in college. You don't just make it here off of, you know what I'm saying, bubblegum and luck, you know? So that means y'all understand. So this law pertains to Israelite women. So guess what? If the so-called white woman want to walk around in her pants, because that's where you got it from.
Right.
That's who gave you the idea. It came from Amelia Bloomer in the 50s as a staple of garment for a woman. But she got laughed at. They threw rocks and stuff at her, like, you stupid little white girl, you don't wear pants. Remember the little commercial? Tricks are for kids. That's what they used to tell her. Pants are for men, silly woman. Hit her with a rock. That kind of stuff. That's where you got it from. So we're going to read the law, and you're going to understand that this is for women in the nation of Israel. Come on.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Now that part y'all understand easy, right? That's so easy to understand. A man shall not put on a woman's garment. So guess what? When y'all see the little ones, boys walking up and down here, dressed like girls, God said he not supposed to do that. Have y'all seen them? I know y'all seen them. We just seen a couple walk right up in here. They got girl flip-flops on. They got makeup on their face. They got eyelashes. They got the whole nine. Tight hugging, legging, jean pant, whatever you want to call it. That's an effeminate man. God said that the men are not supposed to be that way, and the women are not supposed to be masculine. You know? So when you wear pants, you take on a masculine personality. You think anything men can do, I can do better. I can do the same thing as you. We're equal, 50-50. But when you see a man with women clothes on, the first thing you think is what? Something's wrong. He's dressed like a girl, but he's my friend, so I'm gonna be cool with it, right? No, what do you think? You just walk on by, you have no thoughts about none of it, you just see it and you keep going? Guess what? That's actually a part of the problem. The fact that we don't see anything in Leviticus 5:1. Because guess what? I'm gonna show you what that is. That's actually a law that you're breaking. So another law that pertains to the nation of Israel, we're gonna read it right now.
Leviticus chapter 5, verse 1. And if a soul sin and hear the voice of swearing.
So, you know what sin is? Drop everything except for Revelations. You know what sin is? You know what sin is according to the Bible? Remember, this is the communications book. You can't take communications and apply it to culinary arts, right? So if communications give you a definition like rhetoric, you can't apply that to something else. So we're gonna use this book to show you what the definition is according to this book. Just like if you went to Georgia State, the rules at Georgia State might not apply at the University of Georgia, right? Y'all might have different curfew times. The dorms may be set up. The RAs might do something completely different. You know what I'm saying? Who you report to may be completely off. Guess what? The same thing with the Bible. Because guess what? This is how we have to learn this. The old time of sitting there and listening to your mama say, yeah, girl, praise Jesus, and eating collard greens, talking about the Lord gonna deliver me, and you know, maybe I'm sick, but you know, the Lord will, all that bull job is over. We gotta understand what's really in the book. We trying to get an A. You know what I'm saying? Do you go to class to get an F? You just go show up, you wake up on time to go there and do nothing? Guess what? That's the mind state we gotta have now when we're applying what's in this Bible. We have to wake up now and say, I'm going to class, I'm trying to pass.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? You can't just go like, well, if I pass, I pass. If I don't, I don't. Because there are dire consequences for not passing. Come on.
1 John chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever sinneth, whosoever committed sin, transgresseth also the law.
So, just from normal understanding, hearing what you read, what did that say? Say it with confidence. It's all right, sister. Read it again.
Whosoever committeth sin, transgresseth also the law.
So guess what? To all of y'all youngsters that's out here in school, y'all walking to and fro, you going to get something to eat, you LGBT, you down with the swirl, you like to steal, you boost gift cards. God say, whoever committeth sin, transgress the law. Transgress means to go against or to break. If you sin, you broke the law, right? Not the speed limit, not running a red light, the laws of God. Come on.
For sin is the transgression of the law.
This is what sin is. The Bible just gave you the definition of what sin is. And if you look around, our people are in sin. How many of our sisters walk around dressed like men? How many of our men walk around dressed like sisters? How many people in these dorms having sex but not being married?
Bring it out.
Going down on a regular. How many people in here being high every day? Bruh, how many people in these dorms getting high on the regular?
A lot.
A lot of them. Do you know that's sin according to God? You don't know? James 5 and 8. Let me show you something. We're going to show you that even that is sin. And we're going to show you why it's sin, because the Bible tells us everything that we need to know.
That's right. Bring it out.
Is that what it is? James 5 and 8. That the devil may try to sift you. 1 Peter 5 and 8? 1 Peter 5 and 8.
1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8.
Bring it out.
Be sober, be vigilant.
So God tells us, be sober. Why must you be sober? Because you have to be vigilant. Vigilant means aware. If you sitting up there and you smoking blunts and blunts of gas, how do they act afterwards? Are they vigilant? No. They sit around like this. Yeah, so play the game around this boy. Yeah, that's just smoking, so that what God said you have to be vigilant.
Right.
And in order to do it, in order to be vigilant, you have to be sober.
Right.
So guess what? If he's telling you what it is and then you're not doing it, you're transgressing the law, and that is what? I want you to answer, because you sit here, you shake your head. If you transgress the law, that is considered what? Sin.
That's right. That's right.
That's what it is.
Right.
If you broke the law, you've committed sin. That's all it is. Keep reading.
Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about.
So he says the adversary, the devil, is walking around looking for the high ones. He's looking for the drunk ones. Like our brothers who be out here drunk and they sleep on the grass. Guess what? They can't maintain a family. They can't maintain a household. They can't maintain work. Why? Because they're not sober.
Right.
They're in the midst of sin. That's what's happening. And all of this belongs to the children of Israel. So guess what? You'll walk around here and you'll see one white person drunk, but how many so-called blacks are out here drunk in this same area? More than one, right? 5, 6, out here, feet stink and everything. Why? Because they drunk and they not sober, they're not vigilant, and their adversary, the devil, walketh around like a lion to do what?
Walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
Guess how he's gonna devour you? He's gonna put more sin in front of you.
Bring it out.
He's gonna put more sin in front of you, and then you're gonna indulge in this thing, and then you're gonna indulge in this thing, and then you're gonna indulge in this thing, and then next thing you know, you're gonna be talking to your mama or somebody talking about, I don't know how I got here. You look up, it be 15 years later, you don't know what happened. Last thing you remember, you was right here one day at Georgia State, somebody rolled the blunt, and it was 15 years later, and you was trying to figure out what happened. Last thing I remember, I was in communication class. That's the last thing I remember solid. Because you're in the midst of sin. And this only belongs to the children of Israel, and that's why you see our people in so much more turmoil than everybody else. You understand that? Read. Go back to Revelations 20 and 12. Because guess what? What I was saying earlier is our people don't think that anything is going to happen. They think that everything is going to continue the same way that it's been continuing. Just smooth sailing. I go to school. I buy Subway sandwiches. My mama send me a little bit of money. I go home for Thanksgiving. I go home for Christmas. Spring break come around. Next thing you know, I'm gonna get a job, whatever. Millennial, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, go to sleep. That's what we think is gonna happen. That's what our mind frame is because we've been accustomed to this place. Read.
And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God.
Brother, watch this. Hey, stand right here for a second. Read.
And the books were open, and another book was open, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead, which were in it. And the death and hell delivered up the dead, which were in them. And they were judged every man according to their works.
So everybody's gonna be judged according to what you did. Our people like to say, oh, Jesus forgives for sin. So if I forgave you for stealing a t-shirt out of my closet, what did you do? What did you do that I had to forgive you? I stole something. That's what our people have misturned in their brain. They think Jesus forgave me for sin mean I can commit sin. That's not what it means. It means when you have committed sin, Christ is the only one who can help you make up for it.
Right.
That's what it means. Finish reading that and then give me Sirach 15 and 20. I think that's what it is.
Revelations 20 verse 14. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire.
So everybody who was judged out of this book by their works, the ones that died were cast into the lake of fire. Now guess what? That's where our brains get metaphysical, like, oh, there's no place under the earth that is where a little man with a pitchfork, and it didn't say that that's what it was. It's saying that the place that they're gonna be is hell. It's gonna be a terrible place. That's all it's telling you. The place that the ones who messed up gonna go, it's gonna be like detention when you was little. You hated being, you ever had detention? You was bad. I'm just playing. I'm just messing with you. But guess what? When you got detention, you hated being there. Like, oh, I'm stuck. Or ISS. Or something like that. Like something, jail. Can you imagine just being in jail for 3 days or 4 days for something? And you like, I can't believe I'm in here over this BS. All I had to do was not drink and drive. Now you in jail. And your mind, the way it works, and try to figure out everything you could have done different to not be there. That's what's gonna happen to the ones who are judged by their works. And guess what? They didn't make it. Sirach 15 and 20.
Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 15, verse 20.
Bring it up.
He have committed no man to do wickedly.
So this is telling you God has not told anybody that they can do wickedly. All our people that's getting ready to break the Sabbath right now, they got about 20 more minutes. And then guess what? They're all going to be in the midst of sin. Right now, you're not in the midst of sin. You bought your food already. Now tomorrow, you might walk back outside and go buy something else. Then you're going to be back in the midst of sin. Now you're going to look up and then you may say, I remember the Israelites was outside talking to us and they was telling us that this is sin. Maybe I shouldn't do it. Maybe I should only eat half of my sandwich tonight and I'll eat the other half tomorrow. Because I don't think I want to play with God and see, is it real or is it fake? Is it real or is the sandwich worth it? It's not worth it, right? How simple is it to Friday night buy your food enough to eat Saturday? Because the laws of the Sabbath apply once the sun go down. I'm gonna show y'all that as soon as we finish this. Read.
Neither have he given any man license to sin.
God has given no man license to sin. Christ dying on the cross is not licensed to sin. Brother, as y'all walk by, just knowing y'all here, Christ gave no man license to commit sin. Nothing that you do that is against the laws of God have God said it's okay for you to do. None of it. None of it at all. Read. What you got? Exodus chapter, what you got, 16? Make what you gonna do.
Exodus chapter 16, verse 23. And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord hath said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath.
So guess what? The Sabbath ain't Sunday. God holy day ain't Sunday. God holy day is tomorrow, Saturday. Because if you count on your clock or your calendar, the first day is Sunday, right? Guess what? The people in charge know. The point is to keep you in sin so that they can keep ruling. As long as you're in trouble, it's the same way they get to keep making money off our people in the prison system, right? If our people stay going to jail, private prisons get rich. It's the same thing that happens with rulership of the earth. As long as you stay in sin, the ruling power right now, which is the so-called white man, the Bible calls him Edom or Esau. As long as you continue to commit sin, he gets to stay ruling. Read.
Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Bake that which ye will bake today.
So he's telling them on Friday, everything that you need for tomorrow, cook it today. Bake it today.
Right.
You too, sister, yeah, so you eat your soup, but understand tomorrow, eat a sandwich if you already got cheese and bread and meat in your closet. And don't let the so-called white woman laugh and take your crown of glory away from you. Come on.
And seethe that you will seethe, and that which remaineth over lay up for you to be kept unto the morning.
So he's telling you, everything that you got, lay it up until tomorrow so that you don't break the Sabbath.
hard to serve God. And why when I say that I'm a Jew, it sound odd? For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sounds wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.